minutes after her inauguration.
God did for me. I have to do for her.
Minister of Women Affairs notes that it is important for girls to build their confidence.
She believes there is nothing that cannot be done. Where there is a will, there is always a way out.
The issues and the resolutions.
I had a lot of challenges. In the Calabar case, I made calls so that I will get to the root of the matter.
No matter the level you are, it will be very good you learn something like a skill, but don't forget your education.
Let's take a peek into Barrister Uju Kennedy Ohanenye's 100 days in office. Sexual and gender-based violence is a pervasive public health issue and global human rights violation that transcends cultural and economic boundaries. The World Health Organization reports that 1 in 3 women worldwide experience physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. Empirical studies also show that 1 in 10 girls under 18, approximately 120 million worldwide, have also experienced sexual assault or other unwanted sexual acts. It is even more worrisome to note that sexual and gender-based violence not only impacts the physical and psychological well-being of those directly experiencing violence, it also harms others, including survivors' children, and can have wider-reaching harmful effects on the social fabric of communities. Within the Nigerian context, same scenario plays out as levels of female participation and representation in Nigerian politics are low. A sexist and patronage-based political culture combined with gendered economic and household inequalities are seen to be the main barriers to women's participation in governance. These and many other disturbing gender-based issues must have buoyed the present Minister of Women Affairs, Barrister Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, to work assiduously towards an assumption of office to change the narratives and to provide conducive platform where every woman and girl child would thrive.
The 100 days in office has been a little bit hectic because I had to get everybody up and doing. 1, because I wouldn't want to fail the people that employed me, the first family. The narratives of what we had before was not working. The best thing anybody does when something you've been doing is not working is to change it. So I am here, like other ministers are doing, like the president himself has introduced to us to the Renewed Hope agenda, to make sure I change the narrative.
Immediately after her inauguration with other ministers on 20th August 2023, Barrister Uju Ohanenye went straight to the National Hospital to identify with the indigent female patients, where she offset hospital bills, a gesture she has sustained in the last decade while in the private sector.
I'm so happy you survived. Whatever she wants to eat, she will eat. Is that okay? So that she will celebrate with you.
Right.
I am here to celebrate with you, so that you thank God for me. Buy something for your baby and yourself.
Wow! Thank you. Thank you, ma.
As a public officer who is eager to understudy her new area of jurisdiction, the minister convened a meeting with top management of the ministry and also inspected the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development, the only parastatal under her purview, to get first-hand information about the workings and dynamics of her new portfolio. The tailoring factory of the development center has since been upgraded with the acquisition of industrial machines and other tailoring equipment to enhance production.
Add yourself to more professional people that can cut up to 50 clothes at once, make already made, that will be designs. As you're making it, they join you in making it. We market it for you people outside the country. You make money, they make money, the ministry will make money.
The Director General of the Mariam Babangida Center for Women Development, Hajia Asabe Bashir, described Barrister Uju as a game changer and passionate mobilizer who has brought a new and positive energy in the running of the Women Affairs Ministry.
She has brought a lot of innovation to the ministry. She's in a hurry to see Nigerian women being empowered. By that, I mean that some things that normally should take a very long time, our Honorable Minister will shorten the period, even if it means sponsoring from her pockets.
Before I came, it was all about programs, lecture them, train them, do all sorts of things that never yielded any fruit. You can't tell me you used 250 million to do program on people that can't feed. I'm introducing schemes, farming schemes, business schemes, transportation schemes, and other things.
Poised to reposition to status of Nigerian women, the minister inspected the Nigeria for Women Project rice milling and women cooperative centers at Gurara in Niger State, where she took immediate steps towards introducing sustainable empowerment initiative for the women through the provision of mechanized farming equipment and high-yield rice, which would save the women from the rigorous process of using bare hands.
I am changing the women groups that we all have across the nation to cooperatives in order for us to be able to carry them along in what we are doing. So we are introducing the farming scheme for them, like hybrid of all the produce. After the farming, we will give them rice milling machines, cassava milling machines, and other milling machines that will make it easier for them to destone the rice, the chaff the rice, parboil the rice. Then we'll give them the packaging machine. They will package it after that and make it look nice. We have to learn how to package ourselves so that people outside this country will take us serious.
She is working in tandem with a Chinese firm to train the women on this venture. She has also taken further steps to initiate partnership with the National Traders Association and an American-based company to provide viable marketing outlets for these products to improve on the earnings and economic status of the women. In the same vein, Barrister Uju Ohanenye visited one of the correctional centers where she engaged the female inmates and also inspected the Skill Acquisition Center where they produce antiseptic solution, air freshener, bag production, and tailoring.
I'm going to empower the women in the prison.
She also promised to set up a scheme that will train and upgrade the Skill Acquisition Centers to produce bags, soaps, detergents, and clothes in large quantities for commercial purpose that would benefit the inmates.
If you can get industrial machines, you will produce a mass.
She also took further steps by securing the approval of the Honorable Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, to open dedicated bank accounts in partnership with a financial institution that will provide loan facilities without interest for the female inmates to embark on large-scale production and to save money which they fall back on after serving out their jail terms. The minister scored another positive by securing the support of the Nigerian Governors Forum to set up mobile courts that will ensure quick dispensation of justice, especially involving women, as part of measures to decongest our correctional centers. She has since taken this advocacy to the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation to get approval and put structures in place for a smooth takeoff of the mobile courts across the state and the FCT. Dedicated to addressing issues of sexual and gender-based violence, child abuse in the form of street begging, and expedited trial of women and children held in correctional facilities.
Some of these norms, early marriages, out-of-school children, female genital mutilation, ironing of breasts, burying of children alive with their mothers when they die at their beds. They are more in areas that are very poor and are not exposed. We sensitize them through tongue criers in the language that they speak.
On the heels of the recent scandal on sexual harassment which rocked the University of Calabar, Barrister Uju engaged presidents of the National Association of Nigerian Students (NAS) and colleges of education to set up an integrity brigade, which is a task force with the primary role of stamping out all forms of sexual harassment against female students in our higher institutions.
We have the integrity brigade, where we will have people that will be part of this brigade from each of the schools. These people will be picked by you people, but they will be attached to this ministry. Wow.
She also took her advocacy to development partners such as the World Bank, UNICEF, UNDP, UN Women, and the United Nations, and her submission was unwavering about ensuring transparency and fairness in disbursing funds for empowerment of the Nigerian women and vulnerable children on a scale of 70% for empowerment and 30% devoted to advocacies, trainings, travels, and workshops. These steps has already started yielding dividends.
I looked into the issue of UN and donors, including World Bank, and the money is coming so much and nothing is being achieved. Poverty kept on increasing, negative norms kept on increasing. I warned them severally before I challenged. They refused to listen to me. They kept on bringing bills for me to sign, bills in hundreds of millions for meetings and advocacies. I got angry. I went on press and I split the bills. I told them no more. I don't want it. And as we speak, fortunately, in AU meeting that we had with UN and all the other donors, we adopted that same thing I said. We adopted that from now onwards, we start asking for accountability. It is something that all Africans will key into. And I am happy. The blueprint will come out soon from the meeting, and I'm going to circulate it to the media for them to see that what I said was not as bad as you people thought. It's actually yielding fruit.
She has understood the language that all it takes in the ministry is how to empower the Nigerian woman.
She came in with a vision to economically empower Nigerian women and indeed to turn things around. If I may use her word, she wants to change the narrative.
In fulfillment of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, anchored on food security, she has also secured the support of the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who has pledged to donate farming equipment worth 150 million naira to further provide about 700 acres of land to 6 different communities in the FCT to plant high-yield rice, potato, in addition to the acquisition of 30 tricycles for the Pink Riders Transport Scheme, which will further provide economic independence of women. This transport scheme has been flagged off.
So I'm trying to test run with 30 of these tricycles. Then I will start with where I am domiciled so that I'll be able to monitor it. It's not just giving them the tricycle. We want to probably use it to show them how to save money.
The only constraint we have in this ministry is the small budget of the Ministry of Women Affairs. With a person of Barrister Uju, the kind of energy and zeal that he has come with, I'm afraid the budget will not carry her somewhere. So there's need for our leaders, Mr. President, to help in that direction to make sure that the budget of the ministry is enhanced.
Karumaraba, where the conductor now?
Mark my word today, being my 100th day in office, that 6 months from today, you will start seeing results of this scheme across the federation, every part of the federation. You will see it. We women now, we are ready for any work. That's why we are riding keke now. You saw me riding keke. We want to do all kinds of work. I know women that are mechanical. I'm going to visit a workshop and let it be part of what we're going to do. So there's no job you tell me a woman cannot do. No, I will not want to believe that.
Just recently, the Women Affairs Minister engaged the management of Maitama Hospital over the sudden death of a lady, Ms. Grace Olorunfemi, who was alleged to have been denied medical attention at the Maitama General Hospital after being pushed out of a moving vehicle by a one-chance syndicate in the FCT, has reiterated that the matter cannot be swept under the carpet.
We're filing the case in a couple of days. I'm taking them to court. I'm not taking them because I hate them. I'm taking them to court because I don't want it to happen again. It could be your own siblings, it could be your relatives, it could be mine. Why should we sit down and allow it to happen?
I saw this girl in this hospital. None of you attended to her. Do you have the video that showed your staff checking the pulse? Yes. Can you show us?
You're talking about the one trending on social media?
Yes.
Oh no, there's a CCTV camera that picks all what there's footages.
Don't you people have oxygen? Don't you have those things they used to pump the heart to see if it could come back, knowing that it was an emergency thing that happened?
If there's no carotid pulse, the pupils are fixed and dilated.
How do we see this video you're talking about?
It's with
the MD.
Panel.
The panel.
The MD.
Yes.
And where is the panel now?
It's at the health secretariat.
That's where they're having the meeting right now.
Panel, yes.
The panel.
Yes. So it has.
Let's go there. Let's go and join it.
A woman died in that hospital. That is the issue, isn't it? If that is the issue, I should be involved in whatever decision that will be taken. I have to protect the rights of that woman. So if you want to call the person, but my office must be represented. If not me, my director for women should be here.
She has also sought justice for an 8-year-old girl who was repeatedly raped and infected by her stepfather in Enugu State.
The abuse and defilement started when she was 7.5 years until the man was caught a couple of months ago. Now, and I'm not taking it for granted. I've already sued them to court. The matter is coming up at Enugu where the crime was committed.
The energetic Women Affairs Minister expanded the frontiers of her initiative by brokering peace for warring communities of Koro, Fulani and Hausa in Kagorko local government area of Kaduna State. According to the leader of the delegation, Alhaji Abdul Karim Sulaiman, the crisis has lingered for 20 years and the ministry has engaged the traditional rulers and youth leaders on the need to pursue peace through mechanized communal farming, which will redirect their energy towards peaceful coexistence and not war.
But we find it very difficult, a very long time, to have this kind of agreement. Thank you for your intervention.
Thank you.
We really appreciate.
Barrister Uju Kennedy also convened another peace meeting accord for indigents of Numan in Adamawa State through mechanized farming. During the meeting, the youth leader representing the Hausa Fulani Southern Senatorial District, Malam Abubakar Bello, thanked the minister for playing the role of a mother by giving the Pachama community indigents the opportunity to venture into mechanized farming, which will go a long way to improve the standard of living in Adamawa State.
She promised to intervene with some empowerment program.
I introduce a scheme that will change their lives financially. And I tell them, you have to do it together as one family. And they do it together. And when the money is paid, you just separate it and pay into their various accounts. And when they see money they are making, they wait to the trouble that has been going on. They decided to sign an MOU with me. That's just all I did. Not that I'm asking them, come, let me make peace on issues that were down. No way.
This ministry is supposed to be ministries for women affairs. But oftentimes she has stretched her hand of olive, to other groups outside her ministry. And that shows the kind of person she is, with passion, heart of compassion, very committed, and indeed in a hurry to see a positive change in our society.
In the same vein, Barrister Uju secured a big win for the 35% affirmative action for Nigerian women by securing a partnership with the Nigerian Police and the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs to ensure that 35% of female applicants get employed at the ongoing nationwide recruitment exercise of first school living certificate holders.
The law has passed it, and every organization, be you private, be you public, must adhere to the law. I've equally approached my brother, the Minister for Works, that the work they are doing at the field, they are private, I know, but they have to maintain the 35% affirmative.
Determined to advance the interests of poultry farmers and market women, the minister engaged technical partners from China to introduce local rice and cassava farmers to machines that will enhance production and poultry farmers to the use of technology to produce animal feeds that improve their yields in chicken, cows, and goats, in addition to locally fabricated fish grilling machines to make life easy for local fish grillers. There are also machines that would assist local producers and sellers of bitter leaves and pounded cassava to enhance productivity and earn more income.
There's something in my place we call bitter leaf soup. Usually they get this bitter leaf as a leaf. It's very bitter. Then they have to use hand for hours to start washing it in the water, changing water over 10 to 15 times before it's good enough to be used for that soup. I took the company that could produce machine to make it easier for the bitter leaves people to get it faster and make more money. And that machine will be giving them in cooperatives, like I said. Then those that are pounding cassava and pounded yam, go and see what women are going through to pound these things. So we have gotten a machine now to make it easier for them to get it done, package it, and then sell it. And these are local women that we are going to do all these things for. And when they do it, they will make more money. It will be so cheaper because the suffering has reduced. So we're going to bring down all these things and make their lives very much easier and happier for them.
If Barrister Odu is given all this financial support, I believe the women of Nigeria will be happy and they will be empowered within the shortest period of time.
An e-commerce portal was also integrated into the plans to provide online seamless system that will facilitate sales of these local products across the country and beyond national frontiers. Just recently, Barrister Uju secured the financial support of over 200 million naira from the American University in Adamawa State to provide sustainable empowerment for the Chibok community in Borno State.
We're going to be able to announce together a 50% scholarship for the students, and we're going to be able to invest over 200 million into our Chibok community because of the love and benevolence of our Ministry of Women Affairs really wanting to invest in this and work with us together. So I'm quite excited about it.
Another milestone achievement within this period was the unveiling of a Child Protection Research and Information Center to further bolster the ministry's robust drive to scale up efforts to eradicate all forms of gender-based violence against vulnerable children in Nigeria.
This is a groundbreaking exercise because this is the first time, I would practically say within the sub-region, having a statutory ministry ensuring that research is conducted in an ethical way to really inform three things: policy initiatives, programming, and strategic advocacy, more especially when the situation of children is becoming dire.
In a remarkable leap towards gender-inclusive economic development, the ministry concluded a pilot training program for selected participants from 7 states on rice farming in collaboration with a Chinese firm in line with its initiative on sustainable empowerment for Nigerian women. At the end of the program, which will be taken to other states of the Federation, about 2,000 beneficiaries will be trained on high-yield rice farming.
All the lands to plant this rice are ready, and we are ready. He just did not give us rice, he gave us training and equally contributed a lot. And he just mentioned to me that in the shea butter training, he has equally included Ministry of Women Affairs. So we're going to pick people.
Throughout the training, you have immersed yourself in the latest rice cultivation technology, from land preparation to seeds breeding, from fertilizer application to the land management.
Still on achievement, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Shetima, commissioned a state-of-the-art creche facility in the FCT under the minister's watch to serve as preparatory ground for school and kindergartens for babies in the FCT, and also enable nursing mothers enter the labor market and improve their work productivity.
I can say that this ministry is very, very lucky to have such a woman being as a leader in this place. This woman has achieved so much with minimal resources within a short stay in office as the Honorable Minister.
She believed there is nothing that cannot be done. Where there is a will, there is always a way.
I want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. President, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for posting Barrister Uju Kennedy to the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. We appreciate her coming, we enjoy her leadership style, and we are praying for her that she ends her tenure very well.
Nigerian women, I want you to realize that things are changing for good for you. The President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his amiable wife, the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, they are making sure that you don't suffer again. They are making sure that you will feel proud to be a Nigerian. All we need from you is cooperation. They're my children. I want you to know that now, nobody will just take you and enslave your life. It won't happen again. Nobody will defile you as a child anymore. We are ready and eager to fight your battle. For any reason you can't talk to either of your parents for any defilement, talk to your teacher. We are equally educating the teachers to bring this information to us.
As Barrister Uju Kennedy Ohanenye marks her first 100 days in office, with this remarkable achievement, it is imperative to add that gender equality, 35% affirmative action, eradication of all forms of sexual-based violence against women, and sustainable empowerment is not a woman issue, but a societal concern which will benefit all spheres of our communities if more women are provided the platform to contribute their quota to national growth.